newborn starts to breathe, as the widow starts to grieve, seems that mystery repeats itself all over. Mystery repeats, life got tricks for the treats too. Love my ancestry, yo, I see you. Y'all live through me, so I'ma live through you. Continue this beautiful cycle. History always tries to enlighten you. How much been decided for you? You don't know, so you just go. As far as you can go, go slow. Hey yo, know this, I've noticed what it is about growth. It's separating real from the fake and bogus. Sitting at the dock of the bay like Otis, we just slide through this thing called life. Everything gonna be alright as you stay true to the path that's inside. Mystery repeats. Mystery repeats. Mystery repeats. Mystery repeats. What if I never went and smoked that first spliff? What if I never gave Sam that first kiss? What if I never even heard EPMD? Would you still notice me? What if I never went and heard Berg's first demo? Gave him a call to the crib. Would I still be known as the fellow? Rolling with a dude with a cello. As the newborn starts to breathe, as the widow starts to grieve, seems that mystery repeats itself all over. As the newborn starts to breathe, as the widow starts to grieve, seems that mystery repeats itself all over, itself all over. What if I never went and smoked that first spliff? What if I never gave Sam that first kiss? What if I never even heard EPMD? Would you still notice me? What if I never went and heard Berg's first demo? Gave him a call to the crib. Would I still be known as the fellow? Rolling with a dude with a cello. What if these questions arise as I look in my eyes and I see my own surprise, wondering what path lies before me? Probably the same as the ones before me. And I'll pass it right down to my seed, the mystery indeed. I'll tell them how proud I be. Go ahead, make history. Mystery repeats.
Okay, hello everyone, I've decided that I'm awake somehow. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have literally spent almost all day worrying and working on stuff for the World Cup. And then this has come up. So, this is going to be the United States of America versus Latin America. Apologies if the graphic for the teams is kind of the wrong way around. I'm not sure who's hosting. It might be Latin America actually hosting in terms of team, but I can't really confirm that or deny it. Yeah, to get online we use Weemfi. If you Google the words Weemfi, I've spelled it in the chat there. You should be able to kind of learn how we connect, how it's a really clever system, and we're very thankful that it's still around, because without it this community could have died 2 or 3 years ago now, and it's just a miracle to think some of us have been around playing this game for like over 8 years now, and without some of the community support like this with Weemfi, wouldn't have been able to. And yeah, it's very interesting how a server can manage to keep a community alive for this long, to the point where we're even having events such as the World Cup for Mario Kart. We had one last year, having one this year, hopefully having one for many years to come. Not sure if I'll be casting for many years to come if I survive one day and I've already pretty much managed to exhaust myself, but we'll have to find out. Mainly exhausted myself more from playing and the fact that it's all school fun, but they're just quickly sorting out conditionals, which is pretty much a way for some of the people that they suspect are potential cheaters to kind of prove that they're not loading cheats when they load the game. Hopefully this goes fast, but you can never guarantee it. Conditionals can take some time, but then sometimes conditionals don't take long at all. Let me quickly get the conditionals list for them though, because there are a few players they're not too sure on. Okay, I should be having another caster come in a moment or so. We will be hopefully waiting until there are like 9 or 10 in, so that he can not have to wait so long, because I know it's probably not the most convenient thing. Oh, no, apologies, this song is not what I'm looking for. Lovely. Okay, so sorry, sometimes the songs are just promotional stuff, but hopefully we should manage to get the stream done. We should manage to get everything sorted. And technically you could do conditionals 15 minutes before the match, but you've got to realise that there's only like 2 or 3 people on conditionals most matches now. It's not really a case where everyone's on them. It's a case where the referees have to check them one by one. And yeah, it could be in advance, but when there's a schedule where there's so many matches, today probably isn't a good example, but let's give the example that will be definitely like I think a few of us were playing custom track CSL until a few minutes before. Quite a few people, or quite a few of the other referees have also just vanished. It appears to be some of the, from my personal view, most of the Mario Kart Wii referees are the ones that seem to be on a bit more, but I won't really comment too much into detail, but I just feel as if it's Ace and me and a couple of the others that do Mario Kart Wii that seem to have been on a bit more. I'm going to try stopping rambling. It's going to be hard because it is quite literally gone midnight and I have to be back up in less than 12 hours to set up all the other streams for tomorrow. Whew. I love it when I've got a busy day. I don't know why, but I just do love it. Let's quickly add Spade in and we'll see if he can give us any insight on the Latin America lineup. In fact, we know the Latin America lineup, but maybe he has a few opinions that we might not think of for the Latin America lineup. A few people I've seen have called them Lagging America because they are known for mainly being players that don't have the best of net. Of course, a lot of the other countries in this are MEDCs or economically developed countries. A couple of the countries in Latin America really kind of aren't. They're borderline or they're lesser economically developed, so it's understandable that the internet there might not be as good for some people, or that the you know, just the general quality of connection. But Big Man Dante,
the person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the beep.
God damn it, you've done it on a World Cup stream, you idiot. There we go. So he's managed to get the voicemail in a World Cup stream. Dante is he playing or was he? No, he's not playing. Dante, there was it's a situation where he got sight banned, but he wasn't sight banned, but he was sight banned, but he wasn't sight banned. So I'm not too sure that he managed to get in. Clearly he did, because apparently Dante subbed him. Apologies to Mike for getting his alt caught out. LTA El Sabo would have been probably in this match, but unfortunately a few days ago I did say check if it's an alt of Mike and he got caught, so apologies for that. But looks as if we will be getting a 12 player room very soon. I am presuming I'll probably end up being the World Cup referee for this match. Oh. Let's see what who the refs were meant to be. Probably me. It's probably me just forgetting, but okay. Hopefully these people do join. We have been sat here for some time waiting, but the man who managed to get onto answer phone is resetting his Skype because apparently it wouldn't let him answer his call. This song has to go on my playlist. But, yeah. Latin America's team, let's kind of summarise Latin America in general. It's been filled with quite a few people that we didn't really know about. Unfortunately, there were quite a few controversial moments in the registration. First off, I've managed to put the Brazilian colours for Latin America, so do apologise for that. When I was given a reference, I didn't actually get given the Latin American colours because there were, I think I was given the colours for Ecuador and Mexico in the reference sheet, but not Latin America in general, so I've kind of just improvised with two of the colours that feature in the majority of the flags. I know there's probably an Argentinian that's not very happy because there's absolutely no blue, but I believe Spade will be joining us very soon. Please don't be an answer phone on me. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome to USA versus Latin America. Let me quickly get the thing. I believe the Latin America lineup, and they have had a sudden change.
Who is L?
Dookie.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have to cough one moment. This is going to be great. That moment when you have to actually mute your mic because your coughing is that loud. Yeah, unfortunately LTA El Sebo not quite making it. We had a few bans from players. We had quite a few players seeming to be kicked from the team. Quite a bit of drama. We had Nact get banned. Who else has been banned from Latin America's team? As in MK Board's banned. Mike, his ult.
What about, oh yeah, Dante came back, that's right.
Dante came back. He is in fact playing this match from what we've heard.
My boy Dante.
My boy Dante.
Dante.
Dante. Let's not feature my boy Dante in as much passion as I believe they did last year. I do remember there was a lot of hype for Dante, and unfortunately Latin America didn't perform as well as they probably would have wanted to last year. There's Elmer, a player from Nicaragua, I believe that's the flag of. Might be El Salvador, do I know? I don't know. I'm now going to have to Google what the flag of Nicaragua is to see if I'm even closer guessing the flag. Yes. Yes, I'm a right man. And, yeah, so Latin America is quite a large area, which is why you're seeing about 1 million different flags come from their players. We've got a few Argentinians, a few Mexicans such as Dante, got a Nicaraguan in the likes of Elma. Not sure they've got any more representation currently. I know they used to have people like Aga from Panama, but unfortunately I believe he was involved in some of the drama where some of the team pretty much just gave up on it and left. That was over a month ago now, I believe, that kind of drama where Aga left and a few others probably did. But it's good to see that they're still playing despite the fact that they've had all these issues, and it's good to see that they're still putting up a rather strong LU despite the fact that there were all these issues, that there were so many ults that were caught. Or not so many ults, but there were threats of ults, there were quite a few other issues. Hopefully, though, we can start soon.
Isn't it, I thought there was like a time limit on like how much like time you could take up like in the room. Is it like 20 minutes or something? I don't know.
I think they've been given an exception though because it's due to conditionals and people being confused as to who's doing condies.
Oh, I see.
Because pretty much up until this match, I think quite a few of the people that were in CSL Council or that were in like CSL staff were under the impression, due to an agreement that was had in a rule discussion, that people on council didn't have to do conditionals, and suddenly Jake Stevens has come around this match and said, Killua, you're having to do condies, despite the fact that he's only on there for council. So there's been confusion with that. There's been confusion as to what Latin America players are playing for conditionals. The fact that there are a few Latin America people that are registered under names that we don't normally know them as has also kind of caused a few issues, like Dookie registered as L or something. Like, it's going to cause a bit of a confusion like that, but hopefully we can sort this all out as quick as we can, and hopefully we can get you a good match.
I don't know. I swear there were like 10 people in the room. Like at one point, I was like 8 or something. I don't know.
Probably find out that they've had to redo conditionals because someone may have DC'd. Let's see, in fact, because there are a few chats that I'm in that could assist to give us some info. Okay, there's actually no real wanted info in the Mario Kart World Cup staff chat currently.
I mean, there's no real good way to do this either, so...
No, it's a bit of a confusing situation, but hopefully we'll be able to bring you the match as soon as we can. There are, in fact, 11 in the room now, so that's good. I think the issue was the council wanted to put Mythos on condies, or they were discussing putting him on condies, and all the council thought he was on, but apparently they didn't add him on. So they wanted him to do condies when he wasn't on it, so that was a confusion.
Oh nice, we have 12 now.
We do. I think that's Mythos finally making the 12th player spot. I'm going to also have to have another cough because I like coughing somehow.
I feel you, dude. I always have to do like that hacking and the whatnot, and it's so like, especially on the MK board stream too.
Oh, you've heard me in actual wars though. I am terrible. Like, I'm literally coughing my guts up when I do have a bit of a coughing moment. So it's not a nice sound, which is
not fun, is it?
Which is why I have to mute my mic everywhere possible. And now that I don't have a headset mic where I can just hit the mute button on the mic, I have to manually do it all, which is why I normally have to warn people that I'm coughing instead of just muting for like half a second and then going back. But it's all for the sake of professionalism, because I'm sure we'd all prefer to not have our ears raped by the sound of me dying.
Well, I'm just putting it out there. I'm like the worst commentator ever, so like get ready for some like 10 out of 10 commentating. Let's go.
No, it's okay. You're a colour caster, in the words of some theory that I'm not sure on. You're a colour caster. I'll say a lot and you can add. And then we can all blame me because I'm not the greatest of casters. But, yeah. I think it's important to mention that these casters, I know it's hard to realise, but some of these casters by the end will deserve a big thanks. Because I can tell you, when you have to be, like the hours that some of these casters and some of the other staff are putting in currently, it's ridiculous. Like I said, we had it where I had to host the stream, but because I was in school, I literally had to stay up until like 3 last night to set up TeamViewer and stuff so that they could try and get a host working, try and get my graphics installed to whatever host they decided. So it was important, and we've got to realise that people are making that kind of effort throughout the games. I know Mario Kart 8, I'm not sure if they've actually had a successful set of people yet in terms of streams. They may have had 1 or 2 streams, but the majority, I believe, I've seen them not have stream hosts, which is why I've tried to step up a lot more for Mario Kart Wii, because I do believe that the game does deserve to be casted as much as possible.
We see, so KD might do it, or
I'm not too sure. I think for now 2 people will probably suit us, right? I mean, last year we had 1 person for most of it, and this year I think 1 or 2 throughout probably suits.
am I lagging badly at all, or?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure since this is my first time doing an actual match, so.
Can you actually see the screen share?
I can, yes, I can
Good.
see it.
Thought I'd make sure, because last time I was streaming, or a few days ago when I was streaming and doing some test runs, people were saying that they were looking at the screen share and then they were commentating over things that clearly hadn't happened on the screen share. So, Movie Highway is what we're going to be seeing. No box for Derek first set. Let's see. He does manage to avoid the red. He's going to be turning the corner. Doesn't hit anything there. Going to be getting a set.
As long as he didn't hit anything, he could probably front run this, possibly.
It's a track where he could front run, and a fib is a wide item, so he might be able to just clip someone round one of these corners, like just catch someone by surprise and block their turn completely. But it does look as if Killua is behind him, so that's a top 2 for USA currently. We also see Vito going back, so they clearly have a known bagger. There's a blue.
Always getting blued. No! Rip the USA dream, dude. We see LTA in second now, so LTA is starting to come up, which is not good for USA, but hopefully USA can pull this off since they're the ones that picked Moonview Highway.
I'm sure they should be able to pull it off. Unfortunately, though, he is getting redded with the TC. Does get the pass off. Not sure if that's an LTA member or not. Unfortunately, some of these players are lagging too much to the point where we can't actually see the name tags sometimes, but it's a weird system, because if you're lagging, even if you're right in front of the player, you can't see their name tag sometimes. I don't
Ooh,
think
a blue!
A blue could help, but oh no, laggy bomb car. Goodbye, Dante. And I'm not sure if Dante actually intended to hit it, or if he lagged it for himself or something, or someone lagged it for them. But another TC.
It looked more like one of them like ran into it. I don't know if it was on purpose though, like you said. Could have been like a strategy, I don't know.
We're going to be seeing Derek in a star. Might be able to pull something clutch here. Doesn't look like it. And him and Arceus are going to be getting back of the pack. And Arceus with a TC as well. USA not having the luckiest of races for TCs.
We're going to be seeing him pull in 8th place too, so.
And if I remember correctly, the total point score is 73 a race. If I remember from my most recent stream. Because I have literally had to take part in most of these streams, whether it's as a host or as a caster, so.
This is not good. I'm going to have to close some of these tabs because I'm lagging really hard right now.
That's actually not a bad race for USA, getting a 1, 4, 5, 7, 8. 11 especially. That bonus point can make such a difference, especially between 2 teams that could very easily be down to the wire. And I'm just very quickly going to be doing some maths.
That was a +7 race, I believe, for USA.
That's going to be, yeah, 40 to 33, so +7 for USA and a DC.
You gotta love the DCs, don't you?
Unfortunately, though, a DC means that we've got conditionals to do. I'm not sure if Derek has to do his conditionals again. I'm presuming not.
See, this is why I liked confirmed conditionals, because it didn't take forever to start up and all that, but, you know, conditionals are happy fun times, I guess.
I mean, speaking from a man that has to do conditionals every time that he plays a League War, I can say it's certainly not the funnest of things to do. I guess, for me, it's not a fun thing to do because I kind of am on the list because I'm a council member now. It's not because I'm like an ex-hacker or whatever, because that whole stuff was cleared. It's the fact that I'm kind of doing conditionals and I'm having to do like 4 or 5 times every match that I play for the sake of proving I don't hack when I score like 30. But I understand why the system's in place. I understand that there are quite a lot of people on the list that could very easily hack their points or could very easily be suspicious in other aspects. And I do understand that there are potential hackers in the community, so condies will help just overall, but it does get annoying if you are on condies and you end up having to do them like 5 times a match. Because unsurprisingly, you don't want to do the exact same thing 5 times over.
Nah, I can relate, man.
Especially when it's like after one race. Like one race. Condies! Especially when you're proving it with the exact same person every time. It's like you're literally doing the exact same thing.
Oh, but that must be so annoying, though. You feel me?
I mean, it's annoying, but you've got to understand that conditionals are there to prove that you're not hacking. They're there to just prove how trustworthy players are in the community, especially suspicious players that people have called out or people, you know, have been involved in suspicious kind of moments, whether they be lagged boxes or something where it just looks like it may not have actually been lag, or, you know, anything else that could have been borderline suspicious or borderline cheats. Certainly worth people being on conditionals to prove that it's not cheats. The issue is when you have cases that are like 3 or 4 years old that you have to try and decide whether or not you're going to be accepting appeals for or denying, or whether their story's valid. Especially, like I say, 3 or 4 years ago, cases, all the evidence nowadays no longer exists. So it's interesting as a staff member to try and put together who's done what and what they can do. But yeah, that's the issue with a few of the other people that have recently been removed from condies. Wally, his case was 4 or 5 years ago. Someone's called Look at Jamie, and he's got a me that looks remarkably like a rip-off of mine, but I don't know who Jamie is. Unless they're on about UK Jamie. I really doubt it, though.
Oh, I thought it was like BA Jamie or something, I don't know. Is that the same person?
Yeah, yeah. So, we do already have a person who's been random joining these rooms then, clearly. Hopefully, whoever Look at Jamie is can perhaps stop. Again, apologies for people that do have to witness Look at Jamie. We will be showing a beautiful screen of his face now that his face has gone away, just because it's better than watching Derek spam a button for 15 minutes. So this is an example of why WeamFi does have a few disadvantages, and I mean, why not discuss this right now? WeamFi is a beautiful thing. It lets us play with the servers. It lets us do things that we could never have done on Nintendo servers. It lets mods check for alts. It lets people check FCs all the time so that they can prove who's playing, and at the same time it proves what console they're playing with, so we can make sure that there's no like Jeff alts or alts of other band players playing in the league under the name of someone else. And WeamFi is great in that aspect. It's also great because it's easy for hosts, because you don't actually have to add people, but unfortunately that does have the strong downside that sometimes you can have people called Look at Jamie join your room. Again, just using him as an example, but there are quite a few people that I know are known for doing that. I can't name any off the top of my head because my list's just gone. I think there was a person called Basart M or something from like Germany that used to join. There was one called like BF Thomas, but hopefully the magic that is Look at Jamie can prevent himself from joining the room again. Also, hello to the about 40 people currently watching this stream. Again, apologies that we have not got actual content. We've seen one race, it was Moonview Highway. I believe the US got 1, 4, 5, 6 or something on those lines.
I think it was 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 11.
It was something like that, but that happened and then they DC'd, so that's pretty much all you've missed. It was quite unfortunate for USA. They did pull quite a few TCs that race. They probably could have had like a top 3 or top 4 if they'd not pulled the TCs, because quite a few of them did go down just due to having to pass TCs or complications with TCs, and even lagged bomb cars, which you can expect to have when you're playing against Team Latin America, who, like I say, some people do brand as the laggiest team on the game, Team Lag in America. Hopefully, though, they can not have as many issues as people claim they may have. Let's actually have a bit of a check on the FC of Look at Jamie.
Look at Jamie.
Look at Jamie. No, I can't have an FC check at Look at Jamie because he's actually the one that left the room. He left the room. He didn't actually do anything. From what I can see, though, there are actually 11 players in the room. Hopefully, we can get a 12th very soon. We have actually been casting for nearly 40 minutes, or I have, and I can certainly say we've had one race. We've had one race.
Fudge sandwiches, dude.
I'm gonna have to have another cough. What have you done?
Yeah, sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulties, so.
Oh.
Not the happiest time, but
Thankfully Vito has finally joined, so at least we have the happiest time with that, and at least it's not Look at Jamie. Look at Jamie can go. Again, apologies to people that have been called out in those names. I know, for some weird reason, the moment that people see names like that, they do call people out in the community and go, why is it UK Jamie or whatever? But we do understand that it's probably just coincidence or deliberate target, and it's not actually the person under that name who's actually playing or that's trying to join the rooms. Like, I highly doubt that the actual Jamie would have wanted to spam join a room for a World Cup. Last year we had a few more problems. We had a team called Geo, and they did join almost every war. There's someone called Geodude. Can't remember any of the others, but I remember there was a Benelux war where the host, or not Benelux, sorry, it was Belgium at the time. The host literally couldn't restart the room because they were nowhere near their computer and it wasn't hooked up to Wi-Fi or something. So they literally had to reopen the room about 8 times while this Geo team stopped spam joining. Yeah, hopefully we are just waiting on room stability because, like we keep saying, every single cast, room stability is a very important thing now. It does assist you to know when a room is likely to start or when you're going to end up just crashing and needing more DCs and more condies. I believe the US and Latin America are the teams with the 2 highest amounts of conditionals players in the tournament. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they have the most conditionals players, both of the teams. UK has 1 or 2. Germany has a couple. France has Lua.
Isn't Zenu playing for France too? He's pretty good.
Yes, I think he is. There's quite a few people that are pretty good at the World Cup. And then you've got me, who gets outbagged almost every race. Sorry, UK. I didn't perform very well for my country earlier today. I can say that much.
So hopefully we're starting.
Hopefully
there we go.
We are. There we go. Mirror. Better than 100cc, because I know that was a complaint point in a few of the other wars.
We're going to be seeing him pick up Bowser's Castle, a few Koopa Capes as well, and we're going to be seeing what the last 4 votes are here in a second.
We should be expecting a lot of team picks, so we should really be getting another Bowser's Castle and 3 Koopa Capes.
Ooh, a Delfino.
Doesn't look like team picking is going to be happening from one of the sides, at least, or from one of the players. No,
we have a DDR too.
No,
we have a random.
Hopefully that random isn't a CT.
Watch it be a Luigi Circuit.
No, watch it be like what N64 Toad's Turnpike or something, and we can't see.
He's on version 1.02.
No, because it's a single question mark and not a triple question mark. I'm like, oh no, because I'm pretty sure on the PAL version at least the random is 3 question marks.
Oh yeah, it is 3 question marks.
So I get very worried when I just see 1 because I go, "What is this?" But as we do see,
we're going to be starting on Koopa Cape here.
We are, yeah, and going to be seeing decent spots from Latin America to start with. Koopa Cape is a kind of track where you can run if you're good enough of a player, but at the same time, it's not like the easiest track. And there are a few golden cuts. PAL going to be used by Derek there.
Pretty sure USA is 1, or well, LTA got passed up, but I think there's still like 2, 3, 4, but USA is first, so we're going to be seeing a close pack between 2, 3, 4. He has greens, and
no, that's actually LTA in first as well, that's Acme. So, yeah, that's very good spots for LTA currently, and that's a good Shroomba collection from Derek.
USA might be holding on to dodges, though, since they're all in the back. If they get the shock, this could be a dodge up and catch up race for them. I know usually a few players, I'm not going to say any names, usually dodge up, but
I think we know TK64 is the one you want to mention.
Yes.
No offense to him, but he is someone that a lot of the casters do kind of connotate as someone that plays well around items.
I mean, I guess I can't really say anything because I'm item holder too. So, but anyway, back to the race. LTA is still top 2. We see USA is now 3-4. Hopefully they can come up.
Acme does get hit, and it looks as if we're going to be seeing a red miss there. That's going to be falling down the crack.
He almost
doesn't help anyone, I don't think. I think USA all dodged up, in fact. Sorry about that.
I do think LTA still might be like first, or maybe second, possibly first. Not sure though.
It would be helpful if they had Battle Glitch on, but clearly it's understandable given how many conditionals that they've had to do, that it's probably not the first thing in your mind on what to do. Battle glitch.
We see Derek having a golden in 6th, though. He could possibly get this up to 3rd, though. Sorry for cutting you off there, Stunky. My fault.
No, it's okay. Golden should be able to take him up to 3rd, and it will do, in fact. Unless someone lags him. Again, this is Latin America, so lag does happen sometimes, but hopefully for the sake of Derek's 3rd place, he will not get lagged.
Are you ready for the DCs?
Are we ready for the DCs? No. You can never be truly ready for disconnections.
I'm always ready. I was born ready, my mate. We see a top 3. Ooh.
Ooh. That's going to be 37, 44. 44 to 29, that'll be.
LTA right behind that, though, with a 4, 5, 6, 7. So, not too good of a race for LTA, but yeah, could have been worse. So,
LTA
84 to
already
62
down.
currently,
Already
and
down
LTA,
22.
USA is slowly breaking away. So,
I mean, I know we say all it takes is a small lead. This could very easily be one of those small leads that breaks into a rather large lead.
see Stunky with the entire conditionals list pulled up. Lol.
Yeah. Sorry, I do have that kind of trend, that moment for me to check, but okay, so we are going to be seeing quite a few picks for Bowser's Castle and Delfino Square.
A few Bowser's Castles, Delfino Square.
There's one.
I'm not sure if
non-team
Stunky has his
pick.
mic muted or not, so
Oh,
I'll try
I
and
do.
solo cast this, I guess.
Hello, I decided to bring my mic back. I don't know what I've done. For some weird reason it wasn't muted on stream, but it was on the call. I'm not sure how I've done that. But it was the Delfino Square that got picked, so good.
I don't know if I'll have to mute mic or not, but someone just came in with groceries and there's a bunch of yelling downstairs, so...
If you feel the need to mute, then I can solo cast a race or two if you want. Just don't worry, you can mute if you need to. But we are going to be seeing Derek go down a few spots to get a box. Going to be a star, in fact. You should be able to take the cut with it, given that it's mirror. If it was 100cc, we'd be saying no, don't. But fortunately for him, it is mirror, so he will be able to take it. Shroom, single shroom, sorry. Not the best item to be pulling there. He probably would have wanted to carry something like a golden or a triple shrooms up into first place, but been unable to do that, and he does now have a fib.
3 people failed, so... we have their top 2 now, because some Quilla shroomed up. Dude, I'm so sorry. I can't get my names correct today. My fault. Anyway, so we're going to be seeing him top 2. He's holding on to bananas. Maybe he can put a few traps down, possibly. He doesn't really need to use them, though. I mean, we see top 2 going for Doc as well, so... there's a POW, and he drops triple bananas.
That's Dante doing the cut in a star. That'll be why the POW's being used.
And it looks like the guy behind him didn't dodge the POW, so now top 3 have quite a big breakaway. LTA is still first. Maybe if Derek can get a draft off a Quilla or something, he can... Oh, a blue... Oh, he dodged it. Nice. So, maybe if he can get up far enough, he could probably snipe Dante. Quilla just got killed.
One thing I would suggest is, I was going to say, by the way that the baggers were trying to avoid each other on the minimap, it looked as if there would be a shock coming. You could just see Vito's me, I think that is. He's got a me with really dark hair. He's deciding to stay on the right-hand side of the map he was until he used the shock, and the other bagger was kind of sitting near the dock section for quite some time. So it was quite obvious that they just didn't want to be on the same side as one another, which is why I thought there would be a shock. Fortunately, though, it looks as if USA will be able to come off with a 2-3 at least from that race, and Should be able to hold on to the lead, if not extend it.
Did USA not get first, or?
They might have. I might have been a dummy.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention at the end there. Like, after the shock hit, kind of went blank for a second. But we will see you got first here in a second once the results show up. So.
Yeah, okay,
Ooh.
so it's top 3, in fact, for Team United States, and it's going to be 37, 42, 45 to 28.
So how many points you said there are? 73?
Yeah, 45 to 28, I believe.
Yep. Sounds about right. So, USA still slowly breaking away, up by 49 it looks like.
They are indeed up by
39.
39.
Yeah, I can't math, sorry.
But 39 is still quite a good lead, especially after 3 races. We keep
Still anyone's
saying,
game.
We keep saying that a small lead can bring an easy victory in the long run. I'm not even sure what's happening with Latin America, but it does seem as if USA are getting these kind of pull-away wins against Latin America in these, at least the most recent 2 races. And I believe we're going to be seeing Bowser Castle 3 here, coming up for Derek. A few of the people, I believe, will be trying to take all of the fancy shortcuts. We do see a few daisies as well, so could be seeing an Ultra or 2 come out from the players. A lot of these players have played in Division 1 before, so highly experienced, easy kind of stuff for them to do, and hopefully easy enough for them to show on stream, as we do have Derek with the bill. Looks like he's going to be going for the Ultra, in fact, and he does not make it. No.
Oh,
He's gonna have
I thought he
use his bill.
did.
No, he would have clipped the corner and bumped off, but
I'm sorry about that. Stream lagged for a second anyway, so at least the bill saved him, though, so.
he does get the TC off of Monk, though, and that's not going to be a good one for him. I'm not actually sure if or who Monk is. I know that's not Flow Hitman. Flow Hitman used to be called Monk.
So we see LTA billing up, so now Derek is 10th. He pulls a golden. Maybe he can save this for the cut, or maybe he'll take the Ultra. Not sure, actually. Would be smart to use it for the cut, in my opinion.
I don't think he should be using it on the Ultra. The Ultra, we've just seen he couldn't make it the first lap. It might be too risky for him again, and given that this cut is unblocked, it might be safer for him. Nope, he's failed it again.
Oh, he failed it again. That is rip, dude. So
I think he did get bumped by a player just as he went to turn, and I think he thought he could still make it, but he really couldn't with his alignment. But a bill.
So we see him just catching up now, basically. Hopefully getting back into the pack by lap 3.
I don't think he will. I think he might be able to catch up to maybe like 7th or 6th through a shortcut or 2, but I don't really see too many spots getting gained from Derek from this race, unless they shock dodge him in a bill.
There's a ground star. I think it got taken, though, because the bill ran into it. They're in a mega. We see him now in 5th after that massive fail.
Risky
or not
low
fail,
trip there.
Kind of. There's a blue, 2. We see a few people taking the cut, so he went down a few spots. He's going to pull a shroom here.
Now, if I were him, I would... Okay, well, that's not the item he pulled. I was going to say if he pulled shroom or shells, I'd have held them just in case there was any random back spam, but he did pull a blue shell off and got to throw it before it caused any serious harm for him.
Luckily, there was no back spam, though, so...
That turn is, like, notorious for back spam. Well, that straight, sorry. It's notorious for back spam, and then just as you're getting your mini turbo, someone comes up and bumps you off, and then you have to start from square one on that. But USA with another good race there, getting 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 11. Let me just quickly do the maths on that as we go 35, 40, 43, 44. That's going to be a 44 to 29 race. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to very quickly realign the text there. I believe it's a bit out of alignment. Mainly because double ones, because ones are thinner in the typeface and you can't make them the same size as everything else, or the spacing of characters the same for everything, but hopefully we can do well enough. We're also being asked when CSL prediction stream from a few people in the Media Lounge community chat. Not too sure if we're doing the stream for that or if that will have to wait. I will be honest that quite a few of the casters are considering going to bed because they do all have to be up really early tomorrow, and it's probably suicidal that I'm even up this late given that I'm going to be the stream host for most of the games. But we will talk you through what you will be able to watch in a break if we do have another one, or after the stream.
Shout out to my boy Nact, #1 LTA member. Let's go.
#1 LTA member. Let's not discuss why he got banned from MK boards then, because that's not a very appropriate reason. Let's quickly look at Derek. Dry Ruins. He's going to be able to take the ultra shortcut with his 3 shrooms there. Gets him into first. Oh, he does get bumped by the bagger. I don't think it caused much of an effect though. We'll have to let the opponent, or we'll have to let the referees decide that one. He certainly was bumped by the bagger. There is no denying that. Does manage to make the wall glitch very, very well there though, and first place could perhaps run if people behind him don't have shrooms, but it is Dry Ruins. The Ultra is takeable to almost anyone with triple shrooms or better.
And plus, I don't think a shock has been in play yet either, so...
Let's have a quick analysis of the baggers in the minimap. It looks as if Vito is very clearly separate from the other bagger. Given that Vito's moving and the other bagger is also moving, I would suggest that the other bagger maybe is trying to chain at a set, because I believe that is a set there. However, Vito seems to be just moving as if he's got something.
I feel like I can feel the shot coming though. Yeah, you feel me?
I feel
as if blue.
It's not going to be a blue cancel shock. No, it is going to be a blue cancel shock, and that red doesn't matter. So looks as if we were right about the fact that they did have a shock. Unfortunately, it was the wrong team that I thought had a shock. Apparently, he was sitting at a set for no real reason. Ah. Oh, that's not good. Oh, yes it is. Sorry. I had a moment where I think my Flash player or my Firefox decided to just randomly freeze the stream for a moment. I do apologise about that. You probably did see it on the actual MK board stream, but it's not going to make much of an impact given that the race is already over. And oh my god! Okay. Yep, Dookie was the only top spot there for Latin America, as USA pool a 2 through 6. That's quite strong. 43 to 30 that race. $43 to 30. Can Tom add 43? I think I can.
Well, we got one GP done, luckily, so...
And the end numbers should add up to... Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's how I check if my scores are probably correct or not. if the last two numbers add up to the right amount after a certain number of races. So in this situation, it's 3 times the amount of races. So we've got 6 and a 9, which is 15. And then if it was something like a 5v5, because I think the scores are 61 in a 5v5, it's just like if you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever from the ending numbers of the scores. But regardless, we are going to be seeing a Bowser Castle vote here from the USA side.
BC64 from LTA side, so and a TF as well. Ooh.
Why not throw in a non-team pick?
Yeah, why not? You know, it's all part of the plan. So
let's think. Are there any known penalties in this match before we actually look at anything else? Because I know there are probably known penalties.
Well, I mean, I know earlier, like, Australia had, like, -15 for, like, me names or something.
Yeah.
It was something stupid like that or whatnot. I feel like that's another penalty that's, like, kind of dumb, but what can you do?
What we've got to understand, though, is that this is a professional event, or I use the word professional really lightly. It's kind of just a community event that's meant to be made to look like it's serious. Because it is the World Cup, it's something that happens once a year, it's a special event. Probably special, a better word to use than serious or whatever. But yeah, the general idea is that should be able to all use names that can be identified and not names that are just random and not registered. But yeah, we are going to be seeing Derek 10th place already, getting towards the end of lap 1 on N64 BC, and going to be able to use his red on Monk.
Monk takes like 5 years to hit him, but
don't think he actually connects at all with Monk.
it's still
the red
going.
Was still going. It's gone now.
But he probably blocked it with maybe a bush or something. I don't know.
Maybe a bit of lag in America. Going to be another red. That's not going for Dookie or Elmer. Okay.
There's a fib he barely avoids. I don't think that red really went for anyone, to be honest. He gets pushed into the grass. He might get target pad, which is also bad for him.
Let's see. There's not really any tight backspam around that bend, which is good because it means that there won't be any like heartbreak for first place next lap.
We see him take the rail, so we obviously know the rail's not blocked, so, which is good, because it's a shortcut that most of these D1 players take to save time.
Oh, the fib, though, is going to be able to connect with Derek, and that is going to see him drop a spot. We'll be able to get the draft straight off of TK64 again, and it's going to be getting a 5th place box. I do apologise about that, and going to be trip reds. Probably not going to be able to connect, but does protect himself with one. Nope, he's going to be clipped by a bit of a green, and it's not going to help him. And the back red is not going to hit anyone, but
he's going to bag for a box. We'll see what he gets, and it's a triple shrooms. Not the best item he could have pulled, especially when the shock just hit.
It's going to be a veto shock from USA there. I'm not sure what they were doing.
I think LTA might actually win this race. I remember, I think they're like all top spots, and if I can recall, USA is like all back here, especially since I just saw TK get starred or something.
I believe I did see quite a few LTA members in mid-pack spots, so USA could have maybe pulled it with a top 2 or something, but it certainly didn't look like a very good race for the USA.
LTA might have got like 3, 4, 5, 6 or something like that. Not quite sure though.
We'll find out in about 10 seconds, in fact, as we get towards the end of the bagging. And okay, that was what we thought. So USA only getting a couple of the top spots.
LTA winning this race by a little bit, so that's good for them.
going to be a 34, 35 points. So that's going to be 38 to 35 in favour of Latin America.
So, good job to Latin America. 2 thumbs up.
They are still behind by quite a few, let's be honest.
It's all good. They can catch up.
They can catch up, but they are behind by 61. No, 64, sorry. Where did I get 61 from? There's a 1 and a 7. Where did I get... Yeah, I don't know where I got 1 from there.
Look at us screwing up on our maths.
Apparently it's a good question. Why is there no CSL prediction stream currently? When we've already answered it on stream. But let's ignore that. Oh, apparently we've got a bit of lag on Grumble Volcano. I'll see if I can fix
that's
that.
rip, dude.
I'll see if I can fix it. I do apologise. We have got a bit of a... what we call a stream issue.
Technical difficulties. Be
Yeah,
back in 15.
No, we've just got a stream issue. No, Derek's stream went down. So, yeah, unfortunately we have got a technological issue with the stream. We know it's Grumble Volcano. We can't really give you much of a perspective because we haven't got one. Oh, no, Derek may have just come back. Let me quickly refresh and we'll see if that's Derek coming back with a Grumble Volcano.
Is there anyone else streaming, or...?
I'm not too sure, but we have got Derek back, so that's fine. And,
so we're back on to Grumble Volcano, and he's golding up as we see. So doesn't look too good from first impressions of what we saw of the race at 40 seconds. So.
40 seconds. Well, a POW in 9th isn't the best of items, but I guess he could maybe use it now when everyone's in cut or something, or just get shocked out of him, I guess.
Now, that might have been an LTA shock. I'm not sure, though.
He's not going to... Oh, okay. He does actually slow down to grow. I was going to say he wasn't going to make it if he didn't slow down, but he knew. He knew what to do. He was ready. He's still in 10th. Please spot
good.
He took the cut and he's still in 10th.
So we're going to have seen him pulling a golden. Don't really know who's in first because we couldn't see the beginning of the race, but I'm guessing it's probably a few LTA members and a few USA members.
Given that it's a Rosalina, it might be a Zog. I think he uses Rosalina.
He might have failed the gun. I don't see a Rosalina in the front anymore.
No, Rosalina has just fallen from first to about 8th on the line, but hopefully that's... hopefully we can understand why. We can maybe check.
Well, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that LTA won the race, but we'll have to wait and see.
Let's see. We are already halfway through. This is race 7 for people that have just tuned in. I always like to remind people that we're about halfway through, just so that they realise when we start saying, oh, it doesn't look very likely that Latin America are going to win, then, you know, we are actually saying there's not many races left. Another good race for the USA there, though, with a 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, 12. Not the best of races, in fact, but still good enough, I believe. What am I on? That's not good enough.
22.
Oh, wait, yes it is, sorry.
28.
That's
32, 34, 35.
38 to 35, yeah, that is good enough.
So, they came back with the same race as LTA did last race, basically.
And LTA currently are down 66.
66.
With 5 races to go.
It's all good. Go LTA. You got this.
Sorry for Spade, because I do look at the Discord quite a lot, mainly because I have so many actual discussions.
It's not really your fault. I'll have to be right back for a quick second.
Okay.
We're going to be seeing a Bowser's Castle, though. Hopefully I'll get to cast some of this when I get back, but I'll be right back.
Okay, so Spade's going to go and quickly sort out his problem. Bowser's Castle, certainly a good track for those who can run, or for those who know how to do stuff like the Ultra. We might see a few attempts of the Ultra by people in this room. Again, like we say, Division 1 kind of high-end players, a bit more confident than some of the other teams maybe, and certainly very, very competent players. Whether they're confident or not to risk stuff is another matter. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance, though, and we will have to see if some people just kind of overly confident themselves up. So we're going to be seeing a bomb for Derek in third place. Could potentially catch Monk, but I guess he doesn't want to hit Killua just in case there is a bit of a situation where he has to hit. But doing well to get the draft off. There's a back bomb, it looks like. There was certainly an explosion there. Or no, sorry, that was Derek's bomb. Not sure why I said back bomb. If Derek has been able to dispose of his bomb, though, and it's going to be a green for Derek. Could snipe Monk, doesn't get Monk. Might get Monk on the second, doesn't get Monk. So Banana may be able to help him defend himself for a few moments. Not going to be able to do anything special with it, I doubt, unless he maybe... No, he's not even going to be able to get the chance to snipe on a straight, as someone does in fact fall down the ranks, and there we go. They're all taking the geysers, and we're seeing a top 3 it may be for USA currently. Top 3, a very, very, very good start for a very good looking race so far.
I am back, and I see a random web page.
Sorry, it looks like that wasn't a random web page. That was me checking the audio levels of the song in the background, but
it's all good.
That's going to be seeing, I believe, it was at least the top 2 going into this. It was a top 3 earlier in the lap, but the minimap is too close to be able to tell, and it does look like it's a Zogs Rosalina. In fact, no, I can actually see a Bowser. Yeah, that's a Bowser, isn't it? That's a Funky Kong Bowser bike in third place. That's TK. And
looks like USA is getting a top 4.
RCS as well. Yes, that is a top 4 for the United States, so long as first place was actually them and it wasn't just your front runners in another castle kind of situation. But we'll have to discover that very soon.
Wait, what'd you say? Your caster's in another castle? What?
No, your front runner's in another... Top 5! Top
Nice.
5 coming out from the United States of America. And
that's not looking too good
45,
for LTA at this point.
52 to 21.
It's not looking too good. It's all good. LTA is gonna get 4 top 5s. I mean 4 top 6s. Let's go.
52 to 21. There we go. So currently, we've gone from minus 66 to minus 97 in a race. I can't believe it, to be honest, but we're going to be seeing a random pick come from... they don't know. 3 of them just random. Letting the gift of the random see if it can guide their fate to victory.
In before Toad's Turnpike times 2.
Not expecting it to be Toad's Turnpike times 2, but given that this is like race 9 we're going into, there is a bit of a chance.
We're going to be seeing a Toad's Factory.
I may have counted points wrong. We'll have to discover that, but it's not off by much at all. It's off by like 1 point if it is.
This might be a good pick for USA though, considering they were top 5 to begin with. Dante's kind of sneaking his way around the corner there, so.
I'd certainly agree. It's a good track pick for USA if they can hold the spots, and that's a big if. You know, a blue can kill them, a target shock in the mud can kill them all, a PAL can kill them all.
LTA can kill them.
Well, currently we have got Elmer from Latin America trying to compete against the likes of the USA frontrunners, but I don't think Elmer will be surviving for too much longer here unless he gets a bit fortunate. But given that Derek does have a red, it may be advised to even have Matt slow down a bit, see if the red can connect with Elmer so that they can get him out of the trouble zone and maybe he can cause a bit less damage to them. Because this is a main thing. They need to hold on to these spots. They need to make it so that someone like Elmer can't slow them down at all. So,
and if there was a race that LTA needed to catch up,
it'd be this one.
It's this one right here.
After a top 5, this is the one race that they probably didn't want to see, and it looks to be a top 4 or top 3 already. Sorry.
And at the moment, I think the only thing that could really help them out at this point is maybe a blue and a shock. And they might not have either. It really depends, because
there's a shock.
There's a shock. Maybe they can come up.
That looks like a USA shock, though.
I think USA was already too far up anyway, because if you look at the break on the mini map, they're easy top 2 unless a random blue shell gets fired. Like
I don't think I saw Vito spin out. That might have actually been a USA shock, is what I'm saying. Anyway, we'll have to see the results. But
someone says LTA has 243, they believe.
Okay, so. That's where I've got the points wrong. Sorry about that. Like I say, if I do make a mistake, feel free to correct me. It will only be like minor mistakes, but I could tell I made a mistake when I saw 8 races and the ending score was 5, when 8 times 3 is 24. But yeah, that's going to be a top 3 coming out from Team USA. Top 3, 6, 8, 12. And we're going to be counting the scores up again. 10, 47. That was a good count. 47 to 26. And USA have already won, haven't they?
I'm pretty sure.
Let me quickly do a bit of math. Now, when I say a bit of math, you might just think I'm doing it in my head. No, Spade can see I'm doing it in literally Windows Calculator.
Oh my days.
Okay, so we're going to be seeing that in order to win, or claim the win, I believe the USA needs to get 50 more points.
50 more points?
Yeah. Because 438 is the tie mark. And 50 points in 3 races is quite likely. Unless they're top 5. Oh no, even if they're top 5 3 times, then it doesn't matter because they get 20 or 21.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because it's 5, 4, 3. Oh yeah, no, because like the bagger, like they would have to have the bagger race at this point to even have a chance.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Because getting top 5, regardless of what the bagger spot is in terms of like 11th or 12th, is a plus 20 or a plus 21 or a plus 19, I think. Both of which would be enough to secure USA if they got 3 of them. So that is going to be a goodbye to Latin America's chance of winning the war. I guess now it's down to trying to get that point differential down a bit, but it's unlikely.
It's all good. They can get that bonus point. We're going to see Derek using Daisy for the last 3 races here. Sorry about that.
You're having a cough.
Yeah. This is one of the Daisy tracks here, so hopefully he can get a good spot and increase USA's lead by more. We're going to see him 8-9. Ooh, there's a star. There's going to be a red, and it doesn't connect because he uses his star. Pow in 4th. He could probably target Pow, LTA, depending on what spots they're in. They might have been top 2, considering first did get target Pow. Yep. There's going to be a fib kind of right in the line, and Dante does kind of get screwed up right there. That red is going to
connect with Derek, though, and was that a USA red? I think USA was behind him.
I think the red might have lagged because LTA, wink wink, cough cough. But
lag in America, yeah. Sounds right.
But yeah, I think it might have been a USA red on accident. You never really know with Latin America these days. You feel me?
I know, especially on Weemfi. Weemfi, again, like we say, it does allow people to play, but lag is a bit more of a problem.
Not the greatest server. It can be a little bit of hassle sometimes, but
we've got to respect that it's there and it does the job very well on the most part, but there are just some times where lag is massive. Game-breaking lag is a bit more common nowadays than it used to be.
Ooh, we're going to be seeing a dodge and hopefully a top 2 for USA, but
yeah,
Dante's
kind of top 2. Dante behind them, but I think quite a lot of the USA members are kind of in mid spots, so could very easily hit Dante out of his third because one person isn't going to be able to defend against 4 or 5 different attacks.
If there's a blue, Dante could possibly get first, depending on if depending on what item Dante does pull, he could get first.
It could be a Susui.
He's looking for a shroom at this point to even win the race for LTA. He does dodge all 3 reds, not luckily, but we're going to be seeing if he does. Oh, and he does! Oh,
no, he gets hit on the line.
Oh, he got hit at the line.
I think Killua also got hit on the line, though, which could be unfortunate for him. That could have cost Killua from like 2nd all the way down to about 9th, but
I think that caused LTA to get 2-3, which is good for them, but yeah, go LTA.
I mean, for the sake of trying to correct their point differential, because point differential does matter. What happens if you're in 3rd and you're 202 and 4th is 202? You know, it's all going to come down to point differential, and if Latin America can claw it back and, you know, they only lose this match by 100, and whatever other team loses their match by 150, you know, it could be vitally important in the long term. But looking at this result, that's going to be a 34, 38, 41, 42 to 21 race in favour of the United States of America. So 44 to 21, I'm going to have to add that on a calculator, I'm sorry. 44 does nearly take them to the winning mark. In fact, it's going to take them 6 off the winning mark.
6 off the winning mark?
From what I believe. Let me quickly do that again though. 73 times 12 equals, divided by 6 is, no, sorry, times 3. 438, and they're currently on 432. Yeah, so to tie, USA have to score 6 points in the last 2 races.
Which I don't think is physically possible.
No, it's not mathematically possible. So congratulations to the United States on picking up the W on this one. But I mean, I'm sure we'll analyse a few of the plays after the war, and we will discuss a couple of the matches that will be happening tomorrow as well. I'm not sure if you'll be casting or I'll be casting or anything, but...
See, I honestly didn't think I was able to cast, but, woot woot, I am, so...
You've managed to show up for a cast, which means you can now officially call yourself a World Cup caster. But this... I'm not sure if the USA are going to be running away with a big race here, but it does look like they're currently top 2.
Someone gets
blue
blued.
does come out for
So,
Matt.
maybe Derek can pull off the first here if there is no shock. I don't think there was one before. He might be on 30 now, actually. I shouldn't jinx it, though, but it looks like he's going to be taking the 30 points.
And is that
for his
Arceus
name.
behind him? Yeah, that is. So top 2 for United States, unless somebody has just dodged. No, Arceus gets blued on the line and dodges. Okay. That's Weemfire lag, by the way. There's no way he could have dodged that, but he dodged it. Because if he'd have just been shocked, then he shouldn't have had shrooms. But clearly he did if he dodged a blue.
I don't know, maybe he got maybe like someone else got the blue on his screen or something.
That's what I say, it's Weemfire lag, it's a blue split. They are very common nowadays. They never used to be, but they are very common now, and I think that's another winning race for the USA. Not as winning, but another winning race.
All right, LTA. Let's try to
34,
end off with a good race.
41. Yeah, 41 to 32 there. It's certainly a very convincing win by the United States. I'd say that much out of the performance we've seen.
Is there like interviews like at the end or whatnot?
I don't think so. I mean, we could... I'm not sure interviews would work out in this situation.
I didn't know if y'all did like World Cup interviews or like I'm not up to date on like the 100 on the thingamadoodle.
Thingamadoodle.
So, yeah, the thingamadoodle.
Okay, we're going to be seeing a bit of luge as the final race, and
luge.
As we know, the United States have got the W, so it doesn't. They can technically all drive backwards and win.
Or as Spade calls it, Linguinio circuit.
Okay, we're gonna go for Linguini circuit, and good spots currently for the United States. Let's see, are they gonna try killing Latin America's attempts to do the cuts? Matt has certainly decided to try and protect the top spots that they do have by holding out his triple reds.
2-3-4 would be quite another good winning race if they can keep that, but it doesn't look like it because we see a banana hit from Derek, which is not the best way to race, but we're going to be seeing a red shell in 7th, which is not the best item, and he doesn't chain or either, so it's not quite good. Someone is bound to have the shock, so... and we see there it is, and we see a wonderful TK64 coming up and possibly getting first.
This is the thing with Luigi Circuit. We don't see it as often as a few of the other tracks, and that's mainly because it classes as a very strong luck track. It's not the kind of track you'd expect people to want immediately if they are just very confident in their running ability. And
did USA get the big 500, or?
I reckon they did. There's no way. There's no way they didn't score 27 that race when they had like top spots. No, yeah, 27 in top 2 alone. So they are a part of the 500 club. Congratulations to Team USA. And let's quickly just add that to get the final score. We might be 1 or 2 points out. I have just realised that our maths is wrong by 2 points again. 27, 34, 40, 44, 44 to 44 to 29, I think. I can add 29 of that.
So it's going to be 351, and then 44 would be 517.
Thank you very much. 517 to 351. Very convincing win from the USA, and I mean that does kind of show what the team is capable of doing. Again, the points are out by about 2, so please don't take that as the final score.
I'm loving like 13 tabs that are like.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so there's 517 is apparently the correct number, I guess, but yeah, Team USA reaching the 500s. Have you got any massive opinions on the match that we've just seen?
Not really. I mean, yeah, I don't really have any big opinions, but like in all honesty, my mind just like went blank, like right as you asked that. So even if I tried to answer, I couldn't. But
fair enough. Did you enjoy casting the match?
I did enjoy casting. It was well, good.
Good. Hopefully we can get some more matches to cast tomorrow. We will be looking to perhaps cast all the matches that we can. For Mario Kart Wii, there is only 3 matches tomorrow. You'll be watching Benelux versus France at 11 AM EDT, Germany versus Italy at 1:30 PM EDT, and Latin America playing Nordic for round 2 of their match is 4 PM EDT. So
hopefully you didn't hear me rambling on about cheddar cheese just a few seconds ago.
No, we've not heard your cheddar cheese. Sunday, there's also going to be 3 matches. There's going to be quite a few more MK8 matches tomorrow, so that's also something to pay attention to. There's going to be Australia playing Germany. Austria, Switzerland are the ones playing Latin America tomorrow for MK8. Italy versus Eastern Europe. France versus China. Nordic versus the USA.
Screenshot this.
Spain versus the Netherlands, and Canada versus Spain as well for Mario Kart 8. Quite a few wars. I'm not sure if I'll be featuring in many of the Mario Kart 8 ones because, again, we do have a Mario Kart 8 casting team for a reason. I'm not there. Or I'm not meant to be there to cast with them as often as the rest of them, but yeah, hopefully we can do stuff. Stop blaming WeamFi for the problems, get better internet. I understand that kind of argument, but a lot of the argument is that WeamFi does struggle when you do have a certain amount of people, but let's not really have a massive debate on the ability of WeamFi. Like we say, we do respect that WeamFi does a lot for the community, and it has pretty much saved things that wouldn't exist if it weren't for the ability of having WeamFi. So we do thank that, but we do understand that there are some issues in terms of connection sometimes.
It's all good. Poker Ace 5499. WeamFi is the bee's knees. And I was told to say that, so.
Were you told by NSEC by any chance? Because he's just said it on stream chat. I reckon you've been caught out there. But yeah,
It was by a wonderful Mr. CJ Pisior.
Oh.
So.
Okay, I'm not sure if we have much left to do right now. There might be CSL predictions coming soon, but I'm not going to be able to host because I am very, very tired and I have to be up to cast as early as possible because I'm referee for the early matches even if I'm not casting. So, I'm not sure if we'll be able to give you every kind of ounce of detail on the CSL predictions. We might want to just try getting them done on MKB2 tomorrow before the matches happen.
I could if it's early, I could probably start it up. Like, if you give me like the thingies, but like I don't want to like rush into it and like not be able to finish it because I don't know how long I have. You feel me? Like, tomorrow might be better. Like, I won't be able to do it tomorrow because I honestly don't even know if I'll be able to do CTCSL tomorrow. That's like, because I won't be home. Like, you know how I got home like late? Like, I won't be home for this till the same time tomorrow. So you might just have to get like 5 random people for CTCSL in our CTCSL chat. You want to play?
Oh dear, but yeah, I think a lot of the people in terms of casting do have a problem where they're just not able to actually be on as often as they probably intended to, which is why there's so many kind of casts that look like they're shaky or that look like they're not going to happen, and then you find out it's Stunky hosting! Or it's someone's on my computer hosting for me. But
So it's a Spade ghost.
yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to have Mike and Barney casting next match.
The Dream Team squad.
Team. It'll probably be me and Ace knowing the stuff, but
Drop me in.
If you are unbanned from MK boards, sorry Mike, then you can apply to be on the casting team. They don't allow banned players to even go near casting or anything staff related. So you will have to wait until you get unbanned for that. I will say that. It's not me just being mean, but that's just how it is. And again, a question being, is it possible to get a backup caster? It is, but it's not as easy to get a backup host. And this is the thing. There's only one host that specialises in Mario Kart Wii that's actually in the casting team. There's a couple that wouldn't mind doing Mario Kart Wii, but they're not always on. So sometimes they do. A lot of the time it is just down to me being there. And yeah.
I wouldn't mind hosting if I knew how to set it up. So I know you made a video on that one time, but like I couldn't I don't remember where it is though. And sorry if you hear the raging ape in the background. That's a few technical difficulties also. So
anyway, we'll probably hang on. Sky, you've just said make an alt MKB to someone that was caught with an alt about 2 days ago. But yeah, I think we may want to end the stream now before it gets too out of hand in terms of topics that aren't anything to do with the World Cup and Mario Kart. But thank you for watching this. We will be back with 11 AM EDT, and that's going to be Benelux versus France. 11 AM EDT. Should be a good game. Quite a rivalry between some of the players, quite a history between some of the players. Quite a few of them are in the same clans, so it's certainly going to be an interesting matchup at the time. We'll have to see if Benelux can get Alvin and the players that we didn't see play against the United Kingdom earlier. But that's for tomorrow. Wait.
Oh no, I'm just talking to myself. I'm wondering if R263 is Bobby. I don't know, that name just reminds me of Bobby for some reason.
No.
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No.
I don't know, maybe it's like the Calyx thing throwing me off, you know?
Maybe it is just the Calyx thing throwing you off because it's... No. Just no.
I know. I swear Bobby had like 263 in his name at one point.
It's Pretend Acre, so...
For Pretend Acre, we'll just go with that.
So yeah, thanks for watching this stream. I've been Stunky, and I've hosted. Whether it's me actually hosting or me having my computer controlled by someone, I've been in most of the casts today. Woo! And we have Spade, who we don't know if he will get to cast very much this weekend, but hopefully next weekend we can see a few more additional casters. I think this weekend's caused a massive problem for some reason. I'm yawning on stream because it is nearly 2 AM and I have been casting and worrying about stuff all day. So
Oh man, was fun.
Was fun.
It was fun. I might have to go get a juice box now because I'm actually in the mood for one.
Fair
And I
enough.
just said that on stream.
You
so
have.
I have, yes. Because juice boxes are radical for kids like me.
Kids like you. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. So thanks for everyone's watching. Of course, feel free to rate the casting experience. I know Spade is quite a new caster, so if we do have anything that you think we could maybe improve upon in terms of kind of working together, or maybe even just, you know, kind of solo tips for people, then feel free to send us them, because the casting team is all about improvement. It's all about making sure that things work better, and so long as we have the resources to make things better, we will try. So that's going to be enough from us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Don't forget to bring your chips and Doritos, boys. I mean, your chips and soda.
Goodbye.